So good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are joining us. Thank you for taking time out of your day for the Salesforce Admin webinar, Your Compass to Dreamforce. We're going to get you prepared for everything coming up in just 20 short days. My name is Mike Gerhold. I am joined today by our events guru extraordinaire, Holly Palmer.
Hi, everyone.
So a few things before we get started in all of the amazing Dreamforce-ness. Of course, we want you to be social with us. You can follow us on Twitter at Salesforce Admins, no I, and you can connect with other awesome admins using the hashtag AwesomeAdmin. Of course, if you're on Facebook, we are on Facebook too at Salesforce Admins. And while you're browsing around the web, stop by YouTube, type in Salesforce Admins, watch some amazing videos that we have, including this webinar, which, yes, it's being recorded. We'll post the video of this webinar up on our YouTube page, and if you want to watch it, you can also click on the same URL that you used to register. Of course, we got jam-packed information on this webinar, and you may have a question. So we're going to make asking a question super easy. You can join our admin webinar group for Q&A if you go to bit.ly/admin webinar group. Or if you're on the success community, just type in Salesforce Admins webinar. You don't have to wait to the very end to ask your question. We have people standing by who are knowledgeable in Dreamforce and can start answering them right away. We will, however, be doing some fun Q&A at the end, so we may pull your question out of the chat and ask it directly to either Holly or myself. So we have a jam-packed agenda. We're going to talk about our Dreamforce overview, admin experience for you, and of course we have some tips, not only from us, veterans, but you, the community. And then as promised at the end, some Q&A. So let's get started. I'm going to turn it over to Holly for our Dreamforce overview.
Great. Thanks, Mike. So Dreamforce is bigger and better this year with 2,500 breakout sessions, 1,500 hours of content, and countless events designed to help you learn, be inspired, and have fun. This is the official campus map that you guys see here. It will also be printed on the back of your Dreamforce badge, so you don't need to necessarily memorize it, but make sure that you study it so that you'll feel comfortable with the campus. And there's one specific area I want to call out, and that is Moscone West, seen here in the red circle. This will be where you spend most of your time as an admin, as sessions, our keynote, and the whole admin meadow is actually located inside here. So as Mike mentioned, we'll send out this presentation, but just make sure that you study this map so that you feel comfortable. So we will be closing down Howard Street this year, which gives us the opportunity to have the Dream Park. This is a great place to eat, relax, volunteer, and meet friends. This year's Dream Park will feature music, fun, games, volunteering, and even a mindfulness zone, and so much more. We are partnering with RED to raise $1 million to help end AIDS for good. So look out for opportunities to give back every day with activities taking place in the Dream Park and around campus. So here is our agenda at a glance. I know this is a lot of information kind of taken at once, so again, review it after this call. But two important events I want to call out are the Mark and Special Guest Keynote at 1 p.m. on Wednesday and the Admin Keynote at 5 p.m. on Thursday. This information is subject to change, but it gives you a good glimpse at the major events to expect this year. And the Admin Keynote will be the highlight of your week. And to give you a glimpse at this, I have some more information of who is presenting. So Mike Rosenbaum is our EVP of CRM Applications. He will be presenting alongside Chris Landy, who runs our admin relations team, and Mike, who is my partner in crime on this call. So make sure to bookmark this or enroll in this in Agenda Builder, 5 to 6 p.m. on Thursday. And it's on Moscone West 3rd floor. So this is just 2 floors up for where your home base will be during Dreamforce. And we are very excited to bring you U2 this year at the Dreamfest. U2 will perform Under the Stars at the Cloud Palace, which is really called the Cow Palace, but in Salesforce terms, we're calling it the Cloud Palace. It starts at 7 p.m., and they are the one and only band this year because you just can't really top U2. If you have a friend or family member who wants to come and attend this concert with you who isn't going to Dreamforce, you can buy them a ticket. The website is listed here. It's theconcertforkids.com, and they'll also have access to the after party with will.i.am and MC Hammer. And then a few logistical things I want to make sure that you guys are aware of. So badge pickup opens at 2 p.m. on Monday, October 4th. As you guys can imagine, it's really important to pick up your badge on time and make sure that you get your badge early, as there'll be a ton of people also picking up their badge on Monday and Tuesday. So main registration this year is actually in Moscone West, which is right next to our trailhead area, which I'll give you guys an intro to in a second. But a very convenient area, and again, will just be your home base for the week, all in that area. So don't wait till the last minute to pick up your badge. And if you are not trying to get your step count up, we have shuttles to get you where you need to go. So there will be shuttles around all the campus to all the Dreamforce contracted hotels and to Dreamfest. We also added a BART option this year, so if you wish to take BART to the Dreamfest, we will have a shuttle to transport you to the Cloud Palace. And then it's really important to know kind of your surroundings once you're actually at Dreamforce. So there will be ambassadors and docents on site to help you navigate everything. They'll be wearing these shirts that you see here on the left. You can ask them anything and they'll be able to direct you and hopefully answer your question. We will have an event guide on site. This is likely what it will look like. I can't fully guarantee. But this will be your go-to guide for learning where sessions are or events or any of our sponsors or expo information. So grab one of those as soon as you guys get on site, as well as download the mobile app to help you guys navigate the whole week. So if you download the mobile app, your agenda will be in there, and you can look up kind of any on-demand information that you need to, and it's always with you in your back pocket. And Dreamforce offers more than ever for Salesforce admins. This year we'll have more content for admins by admins. And whether you're a beginner or an advanced admin, you'll learn about admin best practices, tips and tricks, process automation, even about Lightning, and oh, so much more. So let's go into it a bit. The Trailhead will come to life in the Trailhead zone. This is new this year. We are all in one area, so you will see here kind of the main areas within Trailhead. Our wonderful admin meadow, the CIO lodge, Startup Valley, IoT cabin, and developer forest. So this is the epicenter of learning where everyone can get their hands on the fun way to learn Salesforce. And again, just calling out the admin meadow here, this will be your main area and your home base for the week. So the admin meadow, as I mentioned, is the #1 place for the admin community to learn from each other and to have fun. In the admin theater, we will have over 60 sessions created by admins for admins. We'll even have some fun sessions like admin karaoke, lip sync battle, and even some awesome admin bingo. And these are actually all in Agenda Builder, so make sure that you bookmark them and add them to your schedule. We will have the Ask the Expert stations, which have done really well in previous Dreamforces. This is where you guys can interact with MVPs, admins, and even Salesforce employees to learn about our products, including reports and dashboards, Process Builder, mobile, and Lightning, and 5 more. We will also have an admin cafe. As you know, Dreamforce can be exhausting, so we want to make sure that you guys are jazzed up and have enough caffeine to last throughout the week. So stop by the cafe and grab a complimentary cup of coffee. And we are also bringing back the Headshot Studio. As you guys can see here, the headshots are gorgeous, and most people use them for their LinkedIn or Chatter profile. You do not sign up for these in advance, so this is kind of just a show up, and we'll take your mugshot. We also want you to remember Dreamforce 2016. So we have a special awesome admin photo booth for you to share memories on social and even take home with you. I can't say too much about this activation, but it's kind of my pet project, so let me just say it's going to be memorable. We also have 2 new experiences this year, the Automation Station and the Swag Wheel. So the Automation Station is like a mini theater with content designed around business analysis and automation skills. These sessions are not posted in Agenda Builder, So this is just a come on by and stop in and learn from the team. And then who doesn't love beautiful giveaways? At the Awesome Admin Swag Wheel, everyone will win something. Again, I can't reveal it all. You see two things here, the flat bracelet and some stickers. But let me just say I ordered over 7,000 pieces of swag. Yes, you heard it, 7,000. So get excited and come by the wheel and see what you can win. And Mike, I'll turn it back to you to go into content for admins.
Well, thanks, Holly. So the admin meadow is where everybody's going to wake up and go to first, grab a cup of coffee, spin the swag wheel. Looks like there's a lot to do. In addition to that, we also have breakout sessions. And breakout sessions are those that everybody jumped on and added to their agenda. So I wanted to talk about those briefly. This year for Dreamforce and for Salesforce admins, we have 75 breakout sessions. So 60 of those sessions will be unique and 15 of them will be repeated. That means if you miss out on a session, you can just add it to your agenda later because it'll be repeated. To find those repeated sessions, just look for the number 2 in parentheses behind the title. And these are really popular sessions that we think are going to be packed, so we're asking our presenters to give them twice. In addition, we have content for every level of admin, whether you're a Salesforce beginner, intermediate, or advanced. We have sessions for you starting all the way from learning the platform, understanding governance models, all the way up to building your first trigger, which is really cool. Now, this year we made it even easier for you to find sessions. So your first stop, all you have to do when you walk out of the admin meadow is go up the escalators to Moscone West on the 2nd floor, and that's where the majority of your breakout sessions will be. Now, there are a few sessions in the Hilton Union Square, which is just a short walk up the street, and these are sessions in a big room. So these are going to be jam-packed sessions in a huge, as you can kind of see, theater style like we have pictured. Of course, you can connect today with any Dreamforce presenter on Chatter. So if you go to the session record, you can actually start asking the presenter questions, see what topics they're going to talk about, and those presenters will respond. I promise they're working really hard on their presentations right now. Now, I mentioned we have content for all levels of admins, and to make it easy, we've put together admin playlists. So these are playlists for beginner, intermediate, or advanced, and I know many of you have your session agendas filled out, but grab these. They're actually available now to download if you go to bit.ly/dfadmins. You can see sessions we're suggesting to round out your schedule for beginner, intermediate, or advanced, as well as some fun activities that we threw in. These will be available in print in the admin meadow, so you can take them with you. And as a bonus tip, if you happen to miss a session or maybe one looks a little too full, you can use these to find an alternate session, especially when you get back and you want to watch those sessions on YouTube. So admin playlists will be available at Dreamforce in the admin meadow, and it's also available now for download if you go to bit.ly/dfadmins. Now, learning at Dreamforce is obviously very important to us, and you can see we have a lot of hands-on demo stations in the admin meadow, and we want you to learn in the breakout sessions, and we want you to continue learning before you come to Dreamforce and after. So a really cool feature we did this year is to align all of the admin track sessions to Trailhead badges. So whether you use the Salesforce Events app and pull up the session there, or if you go to our Dreamforce site and pull up a session record, you can see related Trailhead badges that align to the content that presenter is using. So if you want to get a jump start on your learning at Dreamforce, you can learn about reports and dashboards before you attend a reports and dashboard session. Or if you're just jam-packed like I am for time, you can follow up and do that module after you attend at Dreamforce. Very cool feature. And admins at Dreamforce and at Salesforce, we are all about giving back. So this year, we are very excited to announce we will have our very own admin and developer volunteering experience in the Trailhead Zone. In honor of Fleet Week, we are partnering with VetForce to invite attendees to write thank you letters to military service people, current and retired. There will be a group of veterans on campus who will take the letters and distribute them aboard the naval ships and aircraft carriers docked on the Embarcadero. This event will be on Tuesday, October 4th. Then again, on Thursday, October 6th, we will have a hands-on volunteer activity where attendees, you, can create 1,500 hygiene kits to benefit patients at the Zuckerberg San Francisco General Hospital who are facing challenges and may not have access to personal hygiene items. Both of these activities will be in the same location on Tuesday and Thursday in the Trailhead Zone. So with that, Holly, I think we're starting to get ready for Dreamforce, and we have a lot of things we can do. How about we prep everybody on the call with some Dreamforce tips?
Certainly. So if this is your first Dreamforce or even your fifth, we've compiled a list here that will help make it a success. I know you guys will have your own, so feel free to jump in on Twitter at #DFGear and show us what you guys are bringing to Dreamforce. But here's a couple of our tips. Bring a couple of layers of clothing. The fog can roll in and it gets chilly here in San Francisco. Don't pack your bag too tight. As some of the items that you bring home at or that you get on site at Dreamforce, you're going to want to bring home. So you're going to want to save some extra room in your suitcase. And the Dreamforce Events app will be your friend. It houses all session and event info. Make sure you download that before you leave home. And then, of course, bring a portable charger, comfortable shoes, and business cards. And then while you're at Dreamforce, it may sound silly now, but it's important to block time to eat. I know myself, I find myself at 5 o'clock going, oh my gosh, I haven't eaten lunch all day. The great news this year is that we will actually be serving lunch in the Trailhead Zone in Dream Park, but the days are long, so make sure that you guys stay healthy and hydrated and remember to eat. And that also reminds me to remind you guys to grab breakfast at your hotel before you leave. If you have a big breakfast in the morning, even if you skip lunch, I'm sure you guys will be okay. But remember to grab an early breakfast at your hotel. And then bring only the essentials. I know you guys, well, I do this myself, but I'm like, oh, maybe I need this, and maybe I need this, and maybe I need 2 chargers instead of only 1. But really only pack items that you will need, as the bag can get pretty heavy on site. And then I encourage you guys to be a smiling face to those around you while on site at Dreamforce. You don't ever know if the person sitting next to you, it's their first Dreamforce or their second or third. But just smile and be friendly to those around you. They could be new to the community. And by now, most of you have probably built your agendas, but there are so many great sessions at Dreamforce. So bookmark your plan B in case you need to change it up on site. And Mike, these are just my suggestions, but can you share what our community suggests?
Yeah, absolutely. And I really like that tip about only bringing the essentials. I think Dreamforce is a really big campus, and you don't want to be lugging around a whole lot. So I don't know, maybe I do. I need the work. So we have a few Dreamforce attendees that I think it's amazing to think how long Dreamforce has been going on. And the first one we want to highlight is some tips from Jason Atwood. He is a 10-time Dreamforce attendee, and that's 10 times in a row, which is pretty spectacular. So he's reinforcing that tip that you gave earlier, Holly. Shoes matter. So a comfortable pair of shoes will go a long way. I can speak to that. At a recent conference I was at, I bought a pair of shoes that looked really cool but weren't very comfortable, and I had some blisters to pay for it. Jason also recommends leave time to talk. I think there is, we're rushed around. We gave you a lot of agenda items, breakout sessions, volunteer sessions, but leave time to interact with people. That's really where a lot of the magic comes from. Fuel up. So like Holly mentioned, have a breakfast in the morning, and then maybe bring some granola bars or something to snack on during the day to keep your energy up. Dreamforce campus can be quite large, and you're going to burn a lot of calories. And then kind of reinforcing what you talked about, pack light. So think about where you're going to go. Think about how far your hotel room is and back and forth. What are the things that you absolutely need to take with you? And what are the things that can stay in the hotel room? So I think these are 4 really great tips from Jason. Now, the cool thing is Jason isn't the only person who's been a 10-time Dreamforce attendee. So Salesforce MVP, Becca Denty, has been at Dreamforce for quite a lot. So much like you brought up, Holly, layers are your friend. I think in the day, San Francisco can be a beautiful place, but it can get a little chilly at night. So she also suggests make time for magic. So if there isn't a session you're not too jazzed about, you can skip it and make some hallway conversation and talk with attendees around you. You never know who you're going to network, run into, and make a new friend. Now, this is a little bit old school, but carry a pen. I know we're all in technology and we have iPads and a lot of mobile phones, but sometimes somebody hands you a business card and you really want to make sure you follow up on that conversation. Having a pen on you allows you to jot down what you need to do next before you put that business card in your pocket. And then last, and I think this is super important, when you're going to Dreamforce as a Salesforce admin, realize you have an entire company that's waiting for a lot of this information when you come home. So Becca likes to make a plan to debrief with her company and her colleagues once she gets back. I would also add to that by saying, while you're going around grabbing some swag, this is also a great way to pay back some of your high adoption users and some of your power users with some Dreamforce swag. So we've talked a lot, and we want to make sure that we give you a lot of resources to help you out. Your first resource, I mentioned bit.ly/dfadmins. That's your admin resource site to find information about the keynote. You can download the playlist. And I do believe there's a podcast on that page that you can listen to all of the new Salesforce admin presenters who are giving presentations at Dreamforce, including some additional packing tips that Jillian and I have provided. Of course, we have groups on the Success community. The first one is Dreamforce for Admins. I actually just posted there not too long ago. And of course, be sure to join the All Dreamforce group. Both of those will have ways to connect with other admins as well as tips and information for you to follow. And then last I mentioned, but we have a Dreamforce playlist. It's actually 10 episodes of the Button Click Admin podcast that we've highlighted. And these are episodes where we've interviewed new presenters to the Salesforce admin track. They talk about the session that they're presenting either in the theater or in a breakout, why they're passionate about it, and how they became so knowledgeable about that topic. So this is your way to kind of be introduced to presenters before you go to see them. So with that, why don't we get started with the ever-promised Q&A portion of today's webinar.
So Mike, we had a couple questions. I can see them here. The first question was, when will the Dreamforce mobile app be available to download? And it's actually the Salesforce Events app, and it's Dreamforce 2016 is the event within there. So download the app. It's available now in iOS and Android, I believe, and I think Jillian posted it in that chatter group. So look at that link, but it is available now.
And it looks like, of course, at Dreamforce, we have a question about prioritizing your agenda. And yes, there's a lot of keynotes and sessions that overlap with each other. Unfortunately, we just can't make every session its own time. So I would definitely say, think about the sessions you need to attend and the sessions that are really great and will be recorded. So, for example, the product keynotes, and most sessions are recorded at Dreamforce. Sessions that are not recorded at Dreamforce will be roadmap sessions and theater sessions. So I would definitely sit down, look at your agenda. If you're going to a roadmap session, it's not going to be recorded, as opposed to maybe a keynote that will be recorded later. So if I had to think about how I would prioritize my agenda, that's how I would go about it.
And then, Mike, we had another question I heard. It says, I have the Mark and Special Guest session bookmarked, but I couldn't enroll. Can we still get a walk-in place? Do we know anything about that?
Yeah, so this year their keynotes are all just bookmark only. So I would definitely say bookmark that and then show up early. They fill the rooms with people who are standing in line first. The reason that you can't enroll is there's no real way to guarantee a seat to the keynotes. Now the cool thing about the Mark keynote is I promise it'll be live streamed in most areas of Dreamforce. So if you can't attend in person, you can find it live streamed online and throughout the campus.
Great. And then it looks like we have a question is, are they providing backpacks again this year? And I'm happy to say yes, we will have backpacks again this year. Those will be available at materials pickup, and you guys can get that information when you register, but it'll be right near registration. So yes, there'll be some place where you guys can store all of your swag.
Holly, that brings up a good tip. So as everybody is getting ready to pack for Dreamforce, I think it's important to leave a little extra room in that suitcase to get all of that wonderful swag home. So knowing as you head to Dreamforce, you're probably going to be bringing an extra backpack home. Leave a little extra space. One of the tips that I didn't include that Becca actually sent was check to see where the local FedEx is, or if your hotel has a FedEx. For a pretty reasonable rate, you can box up all of your swag and just ship it back home to you. That way you don't have to try and stuff it into an oversized bag or run into any of those carry-on restrictions. So a little bonus tip during the Q&A session.
That's super smart. I like that tip. What else do we have? Do we have any suggestions for hidden gems or less known activities at Dreamforce that customers can take advantage of?
So definitely the playlist that I released on SlideShare has a lot of hidden gems for sessions. And these are ones that I'm just seeing people maybe passing on or they're competing with other sessions. I would definitely look into some of the chatter groups and see what's going on specifically either in your industry or in your vertical to find out what might be happening.
Okay, great. And I think, Mike, that brings us to time.
See you at Dreamforce.
Bye, everyone.